I feel about trucking 2020. And this person said they wanted my honest opinion. Who better to hear it from than you, TB? That's what he told me. Look, I don't know really what people want me to say about when they're about to get into this career. I don't know really what me saying something to you is really gonna do, but I'll say it. My view on trucking is not the same. It isn't. That's the flat out truth of the matter. You know, if you would have asked me when I was on my first year, I probably would have hoped that my child wanted to do this, and then that way I could teach him. Fast forward 6-7 years later, it's out of the question. I don't want my child nowhere near a truck. Nowhere near it. Now, is that saying it's a bad career move for you? Probably not. Is that saying that trucking is just a terrible job? I'm not saying that either. I'm saying is from having a real good understanding of it and really, really digging down to the bone of it, I prefer my child not be a witness to this or have to be in this position. You do lose a lot. You lose a lot in trucking, bro. And I don't think y'all really are sitting back and thinking about the amount of stuff that you lose. Now, I don't come on here every 5 minutes and just, man, the homeless is just ridiculous out here. I don't come on here and just tell you not to get in trucking, because I still think it's a good idea if that's the situation that you're in, but it's a rough business, bro. And I know y'all want me to put my view on it all the time and everything like that, and that's, hey man, it's understandable. But sometimes you have to do things on your own for you to figure out if it's for you. You really do. You have to figure it out on your own if it's for you, because I could have a completely different take on what you're gonna have it. Like some people who try to get into this business and they try to treat it like it's something that they can still have a normal life with, they're the ones that usually quit out. I think if you're gonna come in this game, you have to have understanding that your life has changed and you don't have the ability to do what other people do. You don't have the opportunity and the time to do what other people do. And that's what it is, man. That I'm gonna get home this much and that much. Listen, it depends on what type of money you're trying to make. If you're trying to make average money in trucking, and this is just me being real, this is not to hurt anyone's feelings, be clear here. This is just from my understanding of doing the job. If you're trying to make above regular job average, you can do local out the gate. Now, if you had a lot of experience, this don't apply to people with a lot of experience. There's $120,000 jobs for dudes with 5 years at the crib right now. And that's just a fact. Walmart's one of them. But if you just trying to get your license and pop into local, dude, you're gonna make decent money. You're not gonna be a bum. But the money that sometimes when people say the money that they want to make and then they say the schedule they want, that it doesn't mix. It really doesn't. It doesn't mix. And it's sad to say, and it hurts some feelings, but it's the truth. Now, if you say, man, I'm just trying to be somewhere between $800 and $1,100 a week, you can be local all day with no experience. If you're trying to be somewhere around $1,500 a week take home, you can be lucky all day with experience. But that thinking you're gonna jump ahead of the line of an OTR driver or someone who's been in the truck like 3 to 5 years, you're not going to, bro. You're not going to. You're not, bro. Unless you do some offshoot that, unless we're not talking about freight. You doing something like some Teamsters union, something that you need CDLs, then that doesn't even really apply to you because that ain't what I do, so I don't know. You understand? I don't know that. I don't know. But I just want you to have a clear understanding. Trucking is great. Trucking changes lives. It really does. But it is also another side to it. There's always two sides to a coin. And trucking ruins lives too. Trucking causes health problems. Trucking has crashes. Trucking has dips in market where you don't make no money and people mess up their credit. Trucking has predatory companies in it. Predatory dealerships, predatory driving companies, predatory insurance companies, predatory DOT offices, predatory everything, mechanic shops. It has all of that stuff. And you gotta have a well-versed understanding of it if you're gonna, or a well-versed understanding of what you could run into if you're gonna weather that storm. If you think that, oh, this is just, I should just get a check every weekend, this is not what that is. And I don't think nothing's innately wrong with trucking. I don't think so. It's just a terrible thing. I don't think that, because it has afforded me a lot of things that I didn't have before. And so it would be ingenuine not to say that it didn't help me, but I learned a lot of lessons, man. I learned a lot of lessons. It is not a career to play with, because it'll kill you in 1,000 ways. It is not a career where you can just be relaxed. It's one of them situations where, you know, it's one of them careers where you can work a week and then you got to fight your settlement. You know, it ain't just what you're going to get. You know, people are leaving. Wow. That was a ding move. People are leaving. People are taking, you know, there's detention pays people are holding from you. All type of different pays that you may not know about. You have to be educated in your situation to understand about your check. The biggest problem for a new driver is that they don't know how to read the settlement and they don't know what should be on it. You know how many under a year drivers right now don't know they get trailer search pay, or trailer weight pay, or breakdown pay, or detention pay, or here for longer than 26 hours layover pay? You know how many people don't, and if they know they're supposed to get it, you know how many people don't understand their company policy to getting it? Really? They don't. So many people think they're just going to get it, not knowing that you got to get the people to sign your time in and time out, so you don't get it. You got to be on time, so you don't get it. You got to send your stuff a couple of minutes before you get it, so you don't get it. You got to ask, and even after you do all that stuff, you still have to check to see if you get it. Some people, they run and they just see what their check gonna be. I'm gonna be real. So old cat in the game told me, said, look, if you a rookie, you working at one of these companies, and you ain't calling payroll before you get your check, you losing some money. That's some money you didn't get. And I thought he was just being, you know, old cat, just, you know, trying to G-check you. I'll just tell you something. But he's right. Oh my God, years later, that dude was telling me real rap, dog, off jump. You can do all the stuff you're supposed to do, and they'll just say they forgot to put it on there. No problem to them, because these people you talking to are either two things, hourly or salary. Period. So that was a big lesson learned. If you ain't calling payroll, or you ain't got a paper, and every time you do something that affords you money and you ain't writing it down, they're beating you over the head, bro. And that's just a fact of the game. If I knew the number of the mega carriers, of the amount of pay, how much they would be of, they added up all the drivers that didn't get all the pay they could have asked for, what that number is a year, you would be astonished. You would be astonished. Read your settlement and then learn your settlement. The policy book they give you when you first get there, know it, learn it, earn it. I'm telling you, you better know it. Because really, there's a pay card in there that tell you everything you're supposed to get. And how to get each one of them. What macro to send, what time, what disqualifies you of it. There's a whole list of stuff. But when you go through their training course, they don't bring that up. What's the number one thing a trucking school or orientation is talking to you about when you get in their place? Safety. If there is no big talk on your money, they glaze over the money. They focus on the safety. That's how it works. And someone could say, oh man, you just bitter. Why am I bitter? I'm doing immaculate. I don't have a problem with my company or my current situation with it. I'm whistling Dixie, literally. So I'm not bitter, man. I'm just, you ask my take on trucking. My take on trucking is the dumb get eaten. The dumb get raped. The dumb don't get their money. The nonchalant don't get their money. The guy who's calling payroll and HR, that guy's getting his check. Because once he gets that reputation, they're not going to play with his check. But you who never calls, yeah. There's tube steak all over your check, if you know what I'm saying. Tube steak all over it. Tube steak all over your check. And that's just a fact of life, man. You know, and it ain't a bitter thing, it's a knowledge thing. Do you know better? And I know most people will sit up here and say they know better because they think it's cool. Because we have this bravado thing in trucking. Man, it ain't never been cool to be stupid. Never. And you can speak all that bravado, mumbo jumbo crap all you want to. That won't get you paid. Learn what you're supposed to get. If anything, when you get to their orientation and training, the only thing you should be really worried about, if you know how to drive, to be clear, the only thing you should be looking for is the hook. Watch for the hook, because it's in there. You jump from CR England or over somewhere, someplace, say, come over here, man, we get you 6-7 cents. And you ain't watch for the hook. They ain't got they don't have any guarantee. You get over there and find out they don't got loads like that. So yeah, it's more money, but you ain't running as many miles as you was, or you ain't running that many miles at all. Your check is the same or less, and probably with more headache. You ask them, oh man, what's the average miles y'all get a week? They gonna tell you an industry average. They not gonna tell you what they usually get. And for some reason, when you go to them companies that's offering you a crazy cent per mile, they always got some reason to load stop 2 months after you get there, bro. Like it's a trip. It's a trip, man. It's a trip. Your head is spinning. Half the time, y'all who are at these mega carriers, you need to sit there. Yeah, I said it. I said it. You need to sit there for maybe a year or two. Because half the time, that's about the best deal you're going to get, or you'll jump to another. What really kill me is the ones that jump to another mega carrier. Like, that situation's different. And some may be. But it ain't that much. They're all basically playing on the same playing field. And one mega carrier where I seen it look different to me, and I actually did see people making money, was Prime. You know, and that's why I always tell new cats, go to Prime. Because, listen, I'm not endorsed by Prime. And I say this again. The office people, the people at the top don't like me. But it's a good deal, dog. It is, man. It's a good deal. You know, and I would be grimy to you just because my relationship with these people who I don't even know who they are. And it could not be true because I heard it through the grapevine, but it would be ignorant to me for me to tell you not to go to Prime when it is really a good deal, bro. It is. You know, it's a good deal, man. Now, do you gotta pay for stuff and stuff is high? Where is it not? Is my question. Where are you finding a truck for $200 a week? Where are you finding that at? And I would love to see what condition that truck was in. So you gotta watch the hook, man. You gotta watch. I'm just trying to drop the giblets on you, bro. That's it, dog. I don't really do this that often no more. So, you know, I'm gonna get it all in this one. And I got my new camera situation, so I'm just trying to gloss over, but it's a good deal, though. Like, I've been at the bottom, bro. I've been at 24 cents a mile, dog. And then they beat you over the head, don't want to give you that. I done been there. I done been 30 cents a mile sliding scale night transportation. I done been there where you don't know what to expect from your settlement because it's showing you 50 different things. You don't know what the heck you're looking at. I done been there. You hear me? I done been there. It ain't a good feeling for you to go through the amount of crap you about to go through and end up with a $487 check. Man, that don't hurt nobody's feelings no more than anything in the world, bro. And then them act like you should be happy you got this check. I know how I feel, dog. That Prime is a good deal. So my thing is, man, if you gonna come in the game, listen, you get on that horse, you better ride it. That's a fact. Don't be coming in here lighthearted, because you just gonna blow out. That's all that's gonna happen. You just gonna quit out. So, either you about it or you not. Decision you gonna have to make. I can't make that decision for you. But if I did have any advice to tell you, go to Prime. Take it from a cat that knows, bro. Go to Prime. And it's probably some better places. I don't know them. You ask me, go to Prime. And if you can't get into Prime, figure out a process to get in there. Let them tell you no, and they'll tell you something like, oh man, you gotta wait 9 months to get in. Go to the other company, get your license, run till your 9 months hit, and go to Prime. I ain't telling you go over there and lease. I ain't telling you go over there and go company. I ain't telling you go over there and go training. But you need to go ahead and knock the door. Ask Rob Lowe for money. Because he giving out checks. Big ones too. You don't know. You don't know, you better ask somebody. You gotta look at all these top YouTubers you look at and dig into them and see where they came from. Few of the fleet owners you see on here, where they came from. Except for D-Rod, he came from Stevens. Flat rating. But other than that, yeah. Think about it. It ain't a joke, bro. It's not. It is not a joke. Oh, can I just go right now? You gotta tell me twice. But it ain't a joke, man. And want you to be in no bad situation. I don't get paid from them to tell you to go nowhere, dog. You hear me? I try prime my Wilson Logistics if I would do it. Be the places I go. But hey, it's up to you. Like they say on Reading Rainbow, don't take my word for it. That's how I feel. You ask me how I feel, I told you. Jingle it on the north. Follow me on Instagram at Trucker Brown. And I'm out of 5,000 of you.